on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I apologize for the late start. Had some technical difficulties trying to get things up and running for this state quarterfinal matchup, and it's been a good first quarter so far. As you're joining us, I'll update the score here for you. It is Fort Gibson 12, Newcastle 11. Newcastle with the basketball at the end of the first quarter, 19 seconds left. Up top with it is Whitney Wallenberg, one of the starters. Now 13 seconds left, hands off to Allen. Allen on the drive into the paint near the elbow, kicks to the corner. Three attempt with 7 seconds left is too strong. Rebound to Fort Gibson, but she fell down with it, so it's a travel, and Newcastle will get the basketball back. With 4.3 seconds on the clock, they'll have a chance to inbound from underneath their own basket and take a lead at the end of the first quarter. But first, they're going to have to call a timeout to talk things over. A big play coming up here at the end of quarter number one. Again, I want to apologize for the late starts and technical difficulties getting this one up. But we got this quarterfinal matchup for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Fort Gibson Lady Tigers and the Newcastle Lady Racers. I'm Zach Reynolds bringing you the action. And it's 12-11. Fort Gibson with a lead near the end of the first quarter here. 4.3 seconds on the clock. And Newcastle with the basketball, a chance to make a shot at the buzzer to take the lead going into the second quarter. See if they can do that. And, of course, streaming rights to the NFHS. I'm going to do this radio style for you, try to bring you the action as succinctly as possible. On the trigger is Emerson Marble underneath their own basket just to the left. Throws it up to the free throw line. It was knocked away, and now a shot is blocked, and they cannot get another one off. That was Salas, whose shot was blocked at the end of the clock. So after one, it is 12-11. Fort Gibson with the lead, but a lot of action in that first quarter. This should be a good one all the way to the end, and we'll have the rest of it for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Zach Reynolds back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Second quarter about to be underway. Newcastle and Fort Gibson in the state quarterfinal here at the Big House in Oklahoma City. 12-11 game after the end of the first quarter. Second quarter moments away, and Fort Gibson will start with the basketball. Some pressure from Newcastle. Benson with it across the timeline. She's to the left wing and is guarded by Whitney Wallenberg. Gets it off to Whitley. Now over the logo with it is Laney Stanley. Hands back off to Whiteley. On the dribble up top. 7:40 to go in the second quarter, just underway in the second. Off to the left wing with it is Stanley. Trying to drive to the baseline, but it's cut off right there by Sims, or make that Kindred. Whiteley passes to the top of the key. And a travel. Sage Benson got it at the top of the key and sidestep, couldn't get the dribble down. So a turnover, Newcastle with the basketball. And a made basket here will give them the lead. 7:29 left to go in the second quarter, just underway in the second. Right side with it, now back up top is Wallenberg. She swings left side to Greenroy, now at the free throw line. Kindred flashes down, they kick it back out. Right wing three is too short and off to the left from Taliaferro. We had a foul on the rebound attempt, though, or a putback attempt, and going to the free throw line here is Kalani Kindred. Kindred's first free throw around the rim and then finally fell in to tie things up at 12 apiece. So Kindred, if she can make her second here, will take the lead for Newcastle. Checking into the game for Gibson is Miley Wofford. Second free throw up, good as well, and Newcastle takes the lead 13-12. 7:10 to go in the second quarter. Full court pressure applied here by Newcastle. Roaring Road Blacks with some blue trim and the letters and numbers in blue. And this one's thrown away, a turnover. Newcastle with the basketball. Wallenberg bringing it up on the fast break to the top of the key. Hands off to Kindred. She'll kick to the corner. There's Greenroyd with it. She's on the dribble now. Kicks off into the right corner again with Wallenberg. Top of the key now. Greenroyd with it. Trap comes. She passes off to the right now. Into the lane. Kindred takes a bounce. A little fadeaway jumper just outside the restricted line. No good, and a rebound for Price. Quickly the other way goes the Lady Tigers. Up top with it. Whiteley to the top of the key. Trap comes. She'll hand off. Wofford now over the logo with it. Wofford dribbles to the left wing. Picks up her dribble. Wallenberg all in her face. Needs help. Hands off to Whiteley. Whiteley into the paint. Pierce turnaround jumper just outside the elbow. No good. Rebound for Taliaferro. Outlet up to Wallenberg. She's on the right side. 6:10 to go in the second quarter. Into the paint area, knocked away from Zaya Sims. Ball on the ground. And they're going to say Fort Gibson has possession, and then they call a timeout to save that possession. Sims was there on the floor with it, but they gave possession to Fort Gibson, and they call a timeout. 30 seconds. We'll keep it right here with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 13-12, Newcastle with a 1-point lead here in the state final matchup, or the state quarterfinal matchup, excuse me, against Fort Gibson. 6:06 to go in the second quarter. Zaya Sims with 4 points already for Newcastle. They've had a 3-ball hit from Whitney Wallenberg. That's how the scoring got started on both sides back at the start of the game, first possession of the game. Coming out of the timeouts, Fort Gibson will have the basketball. The 5 on the floor for Newcastle. Zaya Sims, that's Reagan Greenroyd, Whitney Wallenberg, Kalani Kindred, and Lily Taliaferro. Taliaferro and Greenroyd up at the top here trying to create some full court pressure. Peters on the drive towards the block, now out to the left corner. Picked up a dribble. Here comes a trap. Fires this one into the middle with Stanley. She tries to go up and is fouled. So Laney Stanley, going to the charity stripe. Scoring has been a lot slower here in the second quarter than it was in the first for both sides. Newcastle's only scores so far in the second were from Zaya Sims at the free throw line, and now a chance for Stanley to do the same here. Her first one's up and in. So we're back outside up at 13. 5:53 to go in the second quarter. Peters, Price, Whiteley, Stanley, and Leah Peters into the game for Fort Gibson. That's the 5 on the floor for them. Second free throw was good as well, and Fort Gibson takes the lead. In the short right corner, Sims passes off to Kindred at the block, and she is fouled on her way up. So Kalani Kindred right back there to the free throw line with a chance to tie it up or take the lead back again. So the free throw battle is what we've got here in the second quarter. Kindred at the line. First shot up, money, nothing but nets. So back and forth we go with the free throws. It's all tied up again, 14-14. Substitution for Newcastle. Checking in is Zariah Sims. Second free throw for Kindred, in and out, but an offensive rebound for Sims. Spinning around at the block, passes off to Zaya Sims. Now in the short right corner, Kindred takes a dribble, now passes off. Wallenberg, left wing three, too strong, but another rebound for Kindred. Spins, goes up, and is fouled. Really the choice of 3 Fort Gibson defenders they could call that foul on. We'll see who they put it on. But nonetheless, Kindred back to the line. Going to call that foul on Amelia Price. So Kalani Kindred making a familiar home at the free throw line, and that's right back where she is. First free throw, nothing but net to take the lead, 15-14. Only free throws from either side so far in the second quarter. To get points on the board, it was 12-11 for Gibson at the end of the first. Right now where we sit, 5:26 to go in the second, it's 15-14 Newcastle. Make it 16-14 Newcastle after a second made free throw there from Kindred. Whiteley will bring it up the court for Fort Gibson. Track comes. She passes it off to Leah Peters across the timeline on the left side. Picked up her dribble, hands back off to Whiteley. Whiteley on the dribble, finds the trap. There's Peters now on the top of the key. A three ball for Miley Wofford, and she hit it. First field goal from either side of this half or this quarter. Gives Fort Gibson a 17-16 lead. Top of the key, Kindred spinning around now on the dribble to the free throw line. Bounce pass off to Sims at the right block. And Zaya Sims, that was, with the baskets. So now we're getting some field goals going. Nonetheless, it's been back and forth this entire game. Neither team able to get much of a lead, more than one at any given time. Wofford on the left wing with the 3 moments ago. Passes off to Stanley, left corner three, and she hit that one. Stanley, no hesitation, had some defenders there, but as soon as she caught it, took the shot. 2 threes in a row for Fort Gibson. Over the logo, Wallenberg swings left side to Allen, who just recently checked back in. Now Wallenberg got it back, kick back to Allen in the corner, now at the elbow. It's Kindred, and a little floater just inside the free throw line is good, and we're all tied up at 20 apiece. 4:05 to go in the second quarter. Whiteley kicks to Wofford on the right wing. Back to Wiley and then back to Wofford. Peters drives towards the block. She is rejected by Kindred, who got the rebound. Outlet pass to Whitney Wallenberg up high on the right side. Crossing over to the top of the key. Kicks off to Allen on the left wing. Down in the paint. Zaya Sims lost it on the way up, and a rebound for Peters. Outlet pass to Whiteley. Going quickly the other way to the left wing, now to the left corner. Picked up her dribble and needs help. Finds Peters just outside the block. Dribbles in the paint. Kicks to the right corner. Now an extra pass up top. Now they're all the way into the corner with Whiteley. Stanley cutting the basket. Got a pass, and she is fouled at the left block going up. So Laney Stanley, who had the 3 on the last possession for Fort Gibson, now goes to the free throw line trying to take the lead back. .329 to go in the second quarter. Stanley at the line. Makes the first. And Fort Gibson once again takes a 1-point lead, but neither team able to get much more than a 1 or 2 point lead in this entire game so far. These teams evenly matched, going back and forth. A nice battle here in the quarterfinal. Next free throw from Stanley, good as well. It's now 22-20. Bella Allen will bring it up the court for the Newcastle Lady Racers. Picked up in half court by Whiteley. Goes left around a screen. Almost lost her dribble. Got it back. Hands off to Zaya Sims at the top. Back to Wallenberg. Wallenberg over the logo will reset the offense. Swings left side. Salas with it. Hands off. Wallenberg in the corner. Thought about the 3. Now fires down to Zaya Sims, who passes off to Zaya. Kicks back. Bella Allen. Right wing 3. Off right, but a rebound for Zaya Sims. She's in the right corner. Down to Zariah, power dribble, and blocked by Stanley at the rack. Fort Gibson the other way. Whiteley on the right side, crossing over to the free throw line, into the paint, and lays it in. Now 24-20, Fort Gibson. 2:35 to go in the first half. Salas on the left wing. Passes off to Wallenberg in the corner, on the left side. Now back up to Salas over the logo. Right side with it now, Bella Allen. Zone defense from Fort Gibson. Allen hands off to Sims. Back on the right side with it is Salas, top of the key. Allen swings left side. Wallenberg, left corner 3. Left it short, long rebound in the hands of Whiteley. She'll go the other way. Does not have numbers. Whiteley, 1-on-3. Kicks it off to Wofford at the top. She'll pass off to Stanley. Pump fakes on the dribble on the right side. Passes off to Wofford on the left wing. Zaya Sims picks her up. Now Whiteley up away from the basket. Up high over the logo. We're going to get Salas on the drive. Pull up from the right elbow. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound for Zaya Sims. Hands off to Zaya Sims, who puts it in the hands of Wallenberg. She'll bring it up. 1:40 to go in the first half. Wallenberg slows it down. and calls a timeout. Newcastle wants to talk it over. They trail 24-20 against Fort Gibson with 1:38 to go in the first half in the state quarterfinal. Full timeout. We'll take it with him and come back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Zach Reynolds back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network for this audio-only presentation of the state quarterfinal between Newcastle and Fort Gibson, where Fort Gibson has a 24-20 lead with 1 minute 38 seconds to go in the second quarter. Newcastle with the basketball out of the timeouts. Greenroyd will inbound in front of the Fort Gibson bench, and then she got it right back there on the left side. At the left wing, she'll hand off to Allen. Allen on the dribble, kicks back to Greenroyd, jabs. Now on the dribble towards the left corner, picked it up. He needs help, finds Allen at the top. Now in the middle of the paint. Sims kicks out to Kindred, right wing three, no good. Offensive rebound for Zariah Sims, and she puts it in on the putback. 24-22, Newcastle with full court pressure, but Fort Gibson breaks it. Peters at the free throw line, takes one dribble, now turns around, hands off to Wofford at the top of the key. Wofford with it, hands off to Stanley, gets it right back. Wofford on the dribble on the left wing, kicks it up to Whiteley, the point guard, guarded by Bella Allen. Up high on the left side, under a minute to go in the first half. Whiteley on the dribble to the top of the key. Still working against Allen, trying to let things develop. Kill some clock. No shot clock in high school. Whitley spins at the free throw line, and a jumper from the right elbow falls. That was smooth as can be for Maddie Whiteley to make it 26-22, back to a 4-point game. 32 seconds left. Now 30 in the first half. Right side, Greenwood with it. She'll pull up for three from the right wing. Too strong, and a rebound for Peters. Outlet to Whiteley, going the other way. 20 seconds to go in the half. Whiteley will slow it down over the logo. Now swings right side to Wofford. Back to Whiteley. Whiteley over the logo, picked up by Greenroyd. Main defense from Fort Gibson. 10 seconds left. Whiteley still with it up top. Here comes the trap. Pass it off to Stanley. Out the right elbow, on the drive. 5 seconds. Left hand, no good. A rebound, tapped around, and Zia Sims has it, but they cannot get a shot off to end the second quarter. So after the first half, it is 26-22. Fort Gibson with a slim lead. This game has been very evenly matched, back and forth the entire time, but Fort Gibson with a slight lead, 26-22 at halftime over the Newcastle Lady Racers. This one's going to be fun and close all the way to the end. You don't want to miss the second half of this one. Come back for the second half on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Just moments away from getting the second half underway. Zach Reynolds with you, bring you this state quarterfinal from the Big House here in Oklahoma City. Fort Gibson, after the first half, leads 26-22 over the Newcastle Lady Racers, but it was very highly contested back and forth the entire first half, and really up until the last couple of minutes where Fort Gibson got that 4-point lead. Neither team was able to get a lead of more than one or two, and they went back and forth, a lot of lead changes. So two teams have been pretty evenly matched. Both can shoot it, both have some size down low. We'll see how the second half shakes out. Should be a fun one. And I'm happy to bring it to you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Newcastle starts with the basketball to start the third quarter, and Whitney Wallenberg runs the point, swings right side to Taliaferro on the drive, picked up a dribble across the court, pass to the left wing with Greenroyd, looking down low, nothing there, kicks across to Wallenberg on the right wing. Top of the key now, make that Taliaferro, kicks to Greenroyd in the corner, back to Taliaferro up top, now at the free throw line, Kindred spinning around, kicks to the left corner, three for Greenroyd, left short, and a rebound for Laney Stanley. Outlet pass up to the point guard, Whiteley. She's up high on the left side. Guarded by Wallenberg. Whiteley will reset. Up top. Still up high away from the basket. Now kicks just outside the corner. Stanley on the drive. Working towards that left block. Now we'll kick back to the left corner with Whiteley. Whiteley on the drive to the baseline. Takes a pull-up J in and out. Rebound Satterell. Greenroyd comes away with it. Going quickly the other way. Now she'll slow it down, wait for her offense to travel back, drives into the lane, takes a floater, no good. Rebound again for Stanley. Still 26-22, no scoring yet. Just over a minute into the third quarter, 6:50 to go in the third. Whiteley over the logo, calling out the play for the Lady Tigers. Now she'll drift to the left side, swings up top with Stanley. Now to the free throw line. Allie Peters trying to back down her defender, and she is fouled at the block by Taliaferro. So Leah Peters to the free throw line. Trying to get the first score across for either side here in the third quarter. Peters' first free throw is good. So that extends the Fort Gibson lead to 5 points, which hardly a big lead, but that's one of the bigger ones that we've seen between this game. Now make it 6 points as she makes both free throws. Again, these two teams pretty evenly matched in this state quarterfinal. Wallenberg swings to the right side with Taliaferro. She tries to kick it into the paint. It's knocked away momentarily, but Kendrick corrals it. Swings left wing. Greenroyd for three. Too strong. Long rebound near the corner. Whiteley comes away with it. Here comes a trap. She splits two defenders. Trying to break across the timeline. She does. Swings it down to the block with Stanley, who saves it inbounds, but into the hands of Taliaferro. Now Newcastle the other way on the left wing. Greenroyd crossing over. Hops into the lane. Takes a floater and hits it. What a move from Greenroyd. 28-24 now. On the left side, Wofford with it for Fort Gibson. Swings it back up top to Whiteley. She runs the point for the Lady Tigers. Coached by Scott Lowe. Still up high, Whiteley with it, guarded by Kindred. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Now Wofford at the top of the key, can shoot. Gets it down to the paint. Leah Peters, one dribble, cut around, hook shot, and it falls off the glass. Peters been going to work in the paint for the Lady Tigers. Lady Racers the other way. Greenroyd up high on the right side, kicks it all the way down to Sims, spinning around, and is fouled. No shots at that right block. It's going to be Stanley picking up a blocking foul. That's Zaya Sims in the game right now. Kindred, Sims, Greenroyd, Taliaferro, and Wallenberg defile on the floor for the Lady Racers and make a change now. Bella Allen checks in for Taliaferro. Wallenberg on the trigger underneath her own basket. Kicks to the short right corner with Sims. Now up top, Greenroyd with it. Swings to the top of the key with Allen. Allen on the dribble now. Over the logo, back to Greenroyd. Right side, Wallenberg up high, guarded by Whiteley. Whiteley all the way to the left wing, spinning around. 5:05 to go in the quarter. Kindred fadeaway jumper from near the left block. No good, left it a bit short on a rebound before Gibson. Now in the hands of Whiteley. Up to Stanley across the timeline on the left side. Stanley trying to drive all the way to the block, and she is fouled before a shot. Zia Sims going to pick up that foul. Getting no shots, so they'll take it in from out of bounds. Wofford on the trigger underneath in, just to the left of her own basket. Kicks to the left wing with Whiteley. Hands out to Peters, who puts in the hands of Stanley at the free throw line. Now she'll step out to the left wing, take a three, and connects. A quick trigger for Lainey Stanley I've seen in this one. She's got a lot of confidence as a shooter and has hit a couple in this game. All of a sudden, top of the key, Greenroyd answers the three. The three-point answer from Reagan Greenroyd. Now we have a dead ball here, and they'll inbound. It'll be Fort Gibson basketball inbounding from in front of their own bench. Whiteley with it over the logo. Now Wofford hands off to Stanley, trying to get it into the paint to Peters, or make dance. Yeah, that's Allie Peters this time, and she gets an and one basket. So Leah Peters, we've seen her post work that time. Allie Peters with it. She scores at the right block, the hoop, and the arm. And a chance at the three-point play as she goes to the free throw line. And now the referee is going to have a discussion here about something. I believe the scoreboard is incorrect here at the Big House currently. I have it at 32-30. Fort Gibson with the lead right now. The scoreboard here reads 32-27. And that may be what the officials are talking over at the scoreboard. Now they change it to 34-27 for Gibson. We're going to have a substitution here. Zia Sims checks in. And Bella Allen to the bench. Allie Peters, after all that, still at the line, trying for the three-point play, and she hits it. And I will adjust my score here to reflect what it says here in the Big House currently. And that is 35-27 now for Gibson with the lead. Greenroyd on the right wing, on the dribble, picked it up, kicks to the short right corner with Zia Sims all the way across to Wallenberg on the left wing. Pump fake, now drives across the paint, lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Fort Gibson. Newcastle keeps the basketball. 3:46 to go in third quarter. Wallenberg will do the trigger work for Newcastle. Thought about throwing it up to Kindred in the paint. Instead finds Kindred in the right corner. Now hands off back to Wallenberg. Wallenberg in the corner. Driving baseline. Trying to cut across the paint. Lost her dribble ball on the floor. Taken away by Whiteley. Whiteley the other way. All the way to the left block. Tries to go up on Kindred, who blocks her shots. And a rebound for Greenroyd. But now here comes a trap. Greenroyd spinning around. Going to have a tie-up. And the possession arrow belongs to Fort Gibson. Wofford came flying in after Greenroyd got the rebound, got her hands on it, forced a jump ball. And Fort Gibson catches the break with the possession arrow that time. So now Wofford will inbound. Throws this one up to Whiteley on the right wing, guarded by Wallenberg. Whiteley spins at the free throw line, now spins back left, kicks off to Stanley, who spins from the left wing all the way down in the left corner. Short corner jumper, no good. Long rebound for Zia Sims, puts in the hands of Wallenberg. Wallenberg kicks Greenwood on the left wing. She'll swing across to the right wing. Kindred for three. Left that one short, but Wallenberg, the offensive rebound, right underneath the basket. Now finds Kindred at the right block. Spinning around. Double team comes. Kicks to the corner. Greenroyd Drives baseline, knocked out of bounds by Wofford. Still Newcastle basketball. Some good ball movement, but not being able to get a shot up yet this possession. 2:54 to go in the third quarter. Fort Gibson with a 35-27 lead. Kindred will inbound this time underneath their own basket just to the left of it. Hands off to Wallenberg in the left corner. Now on the left wing, it's Greenroy. Being patient with it. Now on the drive to the free throw line. Hands off at the right block. Spinning Zariah Sims gets her own rebound after a shot but missed them both. Second rebound went to Fort Gibson, and as Whiteley tried to clear it, she got fouled. I believe they called that on Kindred. And that's going to put Fort Gibson in the bonus, so now Whiteley to the free throw line. Annie Whiteley with 11 points already in this one and runs a good point guard for Fort Gibson. Missed her first free throw that time around, though. Left it short. 2:38 to go in the third quarter. Fort Gibson with a lead, 35-27, trying to add to it with Whiteley at the free throw line. Missed that one short as well. Ball on the floor. It was Kindred diving for the rebound, and she got fouled. We call that on Leah Peters. So Newcastle will bring it up with Wallenberg now, trying to cut into this deficit. They've had a slowed third quarter offensively. Greenroyd on the right wing, back to Wallenberg. At the top of the key. Tried to pass it back to Greenroyd and got taken away by Whiteley. Whiteley one-on-one with Wallenberg. Scores it at the left block. The other way, Wallenberg on the left wing. Hands off to Zaya Sims. Down to Kindred at the left block. Goes up, can't finish. Rebound tapped around. Leah Peters has it. She hands off to Whiteley, and Wallenberg knocks it out of bounds. And they'll inbound it normally here. Checking in for Newcastle is Emma Spears. She checks in for Greenroyd. And here comes a trap. Trying a little bit of full court pressure there, but Fort Gibson able to beat Allie Peters on the left side. Now she's trapped in the half court setting. And Fort Gibson going to call a timeout to save the possession. Nearly a turnover there. Fort Gibson with the 37-27 10-point lead. 1:49 to go in the third quarter. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Newcastle's had some offensive struggles here in the third quarter. They're moving the ball real well, just not having the shots fall. That just happens sometimes in basketball. We'll see what adjustments they can make in this timeout and ahead of the fourth quarter. Been back and forth most of this game, and now Fort Gibson building a bit of a lead, but still Newcastle certainly within striking distance. There'll be 1 minute and 49 seconds to play in the third period as we come out of the timeout. Fort Gibson with the basketball on their side of the court, moving left to right. Here in the state quarterfinal. Trying to move on in the state tournament are both of these teams. Fort Gibson will inbound in front of their own bench. That's Miley Wofford to inbound. She'll find Whiteley up high on the left side. Whiteley guarded by Wallenberg. Dribbles down towards the left wing. Goes right around a screen from Stanley to the free throw line. Hands off. Wofford, right wing three. Money. Fort Gibson starting to build a lead here. And now a turnover against Newcastle. Miscommunication between Kindred and Spears on the left side. Kindred trying to pass to the left corner, thinking Spears would cut there. Instead, she cut up top. And it was thrown away. And we'll have a timeout on the floor from Newcastle this time. And it's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Minute 23 to go in the third quarter on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Fort Gibson has really started to build a lead here in the third quarter of the state quarterfinal against Newcastle. 40-27 now the score. It was 26-22 at halftime. Minute 18 to go in the third quarter. Whiteley on the left side drives towards the block and is fouled by Wallenberg. Going up, so Whiteley to the free throw line. She's got 13 points in this one, which leads Fort Gibson. They've also got 10 from Laney Stanley. Whiteley at the line, makes the first this time around. Whiteley gets it back, takes two dribbles, fires, and connects on the second as well to make it 42-27. Bit of a run offensively for Newcastle. Wallenberg up high on the right side, trying to direct traffic. Swings to the top of the key with Allen. Back to Wallenberg on the right wing. Now a zone defense employed from Fort Gibson. Down near the block, Zaya Sims, turnaround jumper, sharp, partially blocked. Kendra the offensive rebound and puts it in. Now Newcastle will try a full court press. Whiteley able to dribble through it. Now swings up to Stanley on the left wing. Down to Peters, top of the key. Whiteley tries a three. Kendra to the contest, doesn't matter. Whiteley hits it. 45-29, 30 seconds to go in the third, and fouled is Wallenberg trying to drive into the paint, no shot. Whiteley picks up the foul. That's just her first this evening. 29.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Allen on the inbound from the sideline. Finds Wallenberg to the left wing. She'll check a three. And left that a bit short. A rebound for Peters. Puts in the hands of Whiteley. 20 seconds to go in the third. Whiteley up on the left side. Trap comes. Swings us all the way across to the right wing with Allie Peters. Now over the logo Wofford. Hands back to Whiteley. 10 seconds to go. Whiteley kicks to Stanley. Left corner. Three ball. Left short. But it's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Zariah Sims. So with 5.2 seconds to go in the third quarter, Fort Gibson a chance to inbound and add to this lead. Stanley will trigger it in underneath their own basket just to the left side. Throws this one up to Whiteley on the left wing. 4 seconds, drives, takes a two-point jump shot. Too strong, Stanley the rebound. Put back, no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Put your fours up. We're heading to the fourth in the state quarterfinal. Fort Gibson leads 45-29 over Newcastle as we head to the fourth on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Zach Reynolds with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network as we are about to start the fourth quarter here of the state quarterfinal matchup between the Newcastle Lady Racers, and the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers. Fort Gibson with a big third quarter. It was 26-22 at halftime and is now 45-29 as we start the fourth. Newcastle starts with the basketball, and it's Allen, Wallenberg, Greenroyd, Kindred, and Zaya Sims in the game. The five on the floor. for the Lady Racers. Wofford, Whiteley, Allie Peters, Leah Peters, and Stanley. The 5 on the floor for Fort Gibson. Officials talking something over at the scores table before we start the fourth here. So the start of the fourth just a tad delayed. Perhaps maybe trying to get some scoring figured out. Now they're talking with the benches, the two official scorers comparing notes, it would look like. Want to get everything correct here before we start the fourth quarter. There was a moment in the third quarter where I had a different score on my scoreboard than they did here in the big house. And I adjusted mine to represent to that what is on the big screen here. We'll see if they change that. Newcastle trailing here, and going to have a big fourth quarter to try to come back and keep their dreams alive of winning a state championship, keep going in the state tournament. They've got the basketball to start when we get all of this figured out. Newcastle moving right to left. Or, excuse me. Yeah, no, I had that right. Right to left. Officials still over there at the scorer's table trying to figure things out and get them all corrected here before we start the fourth. We'll see if any adjustments are made to the official score. Or if they're just getting fouls or things like that correct. For the moment, it still reads 45-29 for Gibson with the lead. They're about to start the fourth, but they're still talking things over with the official scores of each team, and now it looks like they're going to send the teams back to their benches here as they try to get things sorted away. So they'll allow their teams to talk things over with their coaches a little bit longer, some extended strategy for each team ahead of the fourth quarter as they try to get all of the scoring correct in this game before the fourth quarter. We'll step away just a second on the Oklahoma Sports Network and be back with an update.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and the officials still over at the scorer's table trying to get everything corrected and trying to explain. It looks like they're explaining things right now to the Newcastle bench. And it looks like after all of that, there will be no changes to the official score. So we should be ready to start the fourth quarter now. Newcastle will start with the basketball. And now broadcasters closer to the floor getting an explanation. And with that whistle, we are now underway in the fourth quarter here. 45-29, Fort Gibson with the lead. Newcastle trying to come back. Kindred in the left corner with it. Now a dribble to the left wing. Swings up top to Wallenberg. Now right wing, Allen. Kicks, screen right, thought about the three in the right corner, didn't take it. Back to Allen. Flashes it in the paint to Sims. Pass knocked away. Kindred got it. Throws up a shot and is fouled going to the line. That foul going to be on Allie Peters and Kalani Kindred to the free throw line. Kindred's got 11 points leading the way for the Lady Racers. Chance to add to that total and cut into the deficit here. Misses the first free throw, though. Hit off the front of the iron. Kindred's second free throw up, and that one hit the front of the rim, but then rolled in to make it 45-30. Full court pressure, Wallenberg and Allen trying to trap the ball handler. Now they get it off to Leah Peters, back to Whiteley on the right side. Swings this one up to Wofford across the timeline on the right wing, down to Allie Peters, across to the left block now. And Stanley made a basket, but there was a foul before the basket. Shot does not count. Allie Peters at the right block, passed off to Stanley at the left block, but she was fouled on the entry pass. Wofford to inbound it here underneath her own basket. Kicks to Whiteley at the left wing, thought about a three, but didn't take it. She'll dribble it back to the logo and set up the offense. Trap comes. Wiley picks up the dribble, swings right side to Wofford. Now down to the right block. Allie Peters left alone and puts it in. Wallenberg across the timeline, swings left side to Greenroyd. Greenroyd down to Sims at the block. Showing off the footwork, turning around and traveled with it. Shuffled the feet a little bit and got called for the travel. And now the Lady Racers is going to go with a bit of a smaller lineup. And Sims will head to the bench for Taliaferro back into the game. Whiteley across the timeline, quickly beats the trap to the free throw line. Now hands off, pump fake at the right block, and scoring is Leah Peters. They beat the full court press to perfection that time. Taliaferro with it, drives toward the right block, kicks to the right corner. Allen pump fake, steps in for a two-point jump shot, no good. Kindred offensive rebound, takes a power dribble, hook shot off left, gets her own rebound again, and is fouled on the way up this time. Kindred will go to the line. Fort Gibson coach Scott Lowe not happy about that foul call. Hands on his head, but nonetheless, Kindred to the charity stripe. Makes her first this time around. Makes it 49-31. 6:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Second free throw good as well. Made them both that time. Did Kalani Kindred, and now we'll have a timeout. And a full timeout from Newcastle. They're trailing 49-39. Fort Gibson with that lead. 6:33 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside and be right back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
.6:33 to go in the fourth quarter on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Fort Gibson with a 49-32 lead and the basketball, working against a full court press from Newcastle, trying to create turnovers. Down big in the fourth quarter. Leah Peters hands off to Stanley at the right block, and she scores it with a pump fake. Able to beat the press that time. Almost lost the ball, but Bella Allen got it back. She'll swing the right side to Wallenberg. Now on the right wing. Greenroy jabs, now on the dribble, kicks up top to Allen, swings left side. Taliaferro cuts into the paint, tries to pass off to Kindred, knocked away. Whiteley with the steal. Fort Gibson the other way. She'll swing it up to Stanley across the timeline, up on the left side, now to the left elbow. Leah Peters backs down the defender, kicks up top. Wofford on the right wing with it. Hands off to Whiteley. Whiteley step through on the drive to the free throw line. Jumper just inside the free throw line, left it short and a rebound for Greenroy. going the other way. 5:35 to go in the fourth. Greenwood at the free throw line. Hands off Wallenberg. Right wing three. Off right. And a rebound for Peters. Wiley back with it now. Gets across the timeline to the right wing. Trap comes. Picked up a dribble. Finds Allie Peters short right corner. Peters can dribble. And now she will. Drives in towards the paint. Kicks to the left corner. Wofford thought about driving baseline. Got cut off. Hands off to Stanley. Stanley on the left wing. She'll take one dribble. Picks it up. And hands off to Whiteley. Whiteley on the dribble into the lane. Kind of a Euro step there. And then finishes off the glass. Whiteley now with 20 points in this game, leading all scorers. Now the referee is going to blow this dead. Bella Allen is limping a little bit, and they're going to let her get off the court. And now we'll have a timeout from the Fort Gibson side. They lead 53-32 with 4:52 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take the timeout with them. We'll be back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Zach Reynolds back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Fort Gibson with a 53-32 lead over the Newcastle Lady Racers with 4 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Newcastle with a basketball. Kindred on the right wing. Gets to the top of the key. Three ball from Salas, a bit too strong. Rebound for Leah Peters. She's really been cleaning the glass. We're hand it off to Whiteley. Now the ball's on the floor, and Newcastle takes it away. Left wing three attempt is too strong from Horton. She'll get another try now in the left corner, and that one left short. Partially blocked, and now we're going to have a tie-up. Horton and Wofford got into it a little bit there on the tie-up. Possession arrow belongs to Fort Gibson. .426 to go now in the fourth quarter, and we're going to have another timeout, it looks like here. Fort Gibson wanted another one this time. Well, looks like another full timeout, so we'll take it with him. 4:26 to go on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back on the Oklahoma Sports Network, Fort Gibson trying to break the full court press, and they do across the timeline. Allie Peters with it on the right wing. Tries to pass it in the paint, stolen away by Wallenberg. She'll go quickly the other way. Fort Gibson able to recover. Wallenberg on the drive, now kicks out. Kindred, left wing, three ball, left it short. Rebound in the middle of the paint, and we're going to have a tie-up. And the possession arrow will belong to Newcastle this time, so they'll keep it. Newcastle trailing 53-32, trying to make a big comeback with 4 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the fourth. Wallenberg on the trigger underneath their own baskets. Kicks to Greenroyd in the left corner. Now up top, it's Horton. Horton back, puts it back in the hands of Greenroyd at the top of the key. On the drive, into the right block, gathers and goes up and scores it as Reagan Greenroyd. Saw a shot earlier, now the drive ability. Stanley will pull up from the left wing, too strong, rebound to Salas. Salas showing off the dribble moves to get past the defender across the timeline to the left wing. Now we'll hand off to Greenroyd on the left side. Swings right side. Horton thought about the way downtown three, didn't take it. Instead, they'll swing it back around to Salas on the left side. Now on the right side, deep three from Horton, no good. Rebound for Lainey Stanley. Outlet pass up to Whitley, and she's fouled by Horton. 3:18 to go in the fourth. 53-34 the score. Soraya Sims checks back into the game for the Lady Racers. Horton to the bench. Wofford inbounding in front of the scorer's table. Hands off to Whitley, and we'll have a foul almost immediately. Going to be on Salas. So the inbound from in front of the scorer's table again, but to the Fort Gibson side. Now they'll move her down a little bit right in front of the Fort Gibson bench. Wofford again to inbound it, and a foul before the inbound. Stanley hit the deck. Foul's going to be on Zariah Sims. Trying to cut her off, but they were moving around. Now the official is going to have a discussion about what kind of foul this is, as there was some contact near the head. And Stanley fell down. They could upgrade this foul, which would... It looks like they will. Sims still talking it over with the officials. And now they'll just inbound in front of the bench anyway, and Stanley falls again before the inbound pass. Another foul, and once again it's Sims. Pretty much the exact same thing happened, where they're just trying to move around and run an inbound play, and Sims trying to cut her off. Stanley falls down, and Stanley now to the free throw line as Fort Gibson's into the bonus with 3 minutes, 17 seconds to play in regulation. So Stanley to the line for 2 free throws. She's got 12 points in this one. He's hit a couple of three-pointers. It's a good rebounder as well. First free throw falls. Big Fort Gibson crowd here, and they're very happy about this. Second free throw up. Good as well. Makes it 55-34. 21-point lead. Wallenberg drives in towards the free throw line, hands off. Spinning is Sims, fade away, no good. A rebound for Allie Peters, now Whiteley with it. Off to Wofford, she'll cross the timeline on the right side. Now swings to Peters at the top of the key, and double dribble on Leah Peters. So a turnover, Newcastle will get the basketball back, 2:57 to go in the third quarter, or in the fourth quarter, excuse me. Kindred bringing it up the court this time. It's usually Wallenberg. Instead, Kindred up high on the left side. Working against Whiteley. Kicks to Greenroyd in the left corner. Greenroyd on the dribble. Swings to Wallenberg up top. Right side now. Salas down to Sims. Just outside the right block. Double team comes. Tries to pass across to Greenroyd, who is wide open in the left corner. But the pass was in and out of bounds. A turnover against Newcastle. They'll set up the full court press. And now looks like Delaney Stanley's going to have to check out momentarily. She might have some blood or something with the jersey that is causing them to make her sub out for the time being. So Amelia Price, checks in for Fort Gibson here. Wofford on the trigger, cannot run the baseline as it was not after a made shot. Finds Whiteley. Spinning, trap comes. Whiteley bounces it off to Wofford on the left side. She crosses the timeline. Now hands off to Leah Peters, back to Whiteley, top of the key. She'll slow it down, dribble it back to the logo, and swings up high left side to Wofford. Now down. Allie Peters left corner. Down to Price. Down to Leah Peters at the left block, and she scores it. Nice ball movement that time from Fort Gibson. Left side with it, Salas. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Wallenberg, right wing three, off left. Saved in bounds by Greenroy, but right off the foot of Salas and back out of bounds. Unlucky bounce that time for Newcastle. Zaya Sims checks back into the game, and Kindred to the bench on the Newcastle side. Stanley checks back in for Fort Gibson. Leah Peters to the bench. Whiteley gets the inbound, and now Newcastle will clear out the full court press. No full court pressure this time. 1:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Whiteley up high on the left side, content to dribble us out a little bit. Still up high on the left side, working against Salas. Dribbles over to the logo, now crosses over, trying to avoid a 5-second closely guarded call. And now Salas will pick up a foul. Fort Gibson, of course, in the bonus, and Whiteley to the free throw line. She's got 20 points in this one. Runs the point for Fort Gibson, has good dribble moves. And now she'll try to ice this thing at the free throw line. 1:29 to go. She missed the first that time at the front of the rim, then fell off left. Sage Benson going to check in for Fort Gibson. Ale Peters to the bench. Whiteley at the line for her second time this trip. Made it to make it 58-34. 1:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Greenroyd on the drive towards the right block, just outside, fadeaway jump shot. Falls off left, and we'll have a tie-up. And now it's going to be a technical foul, looks like, on Zaya Sims. I thought that they were just going to call that one a tie-up, and then all of a sudden Zaya Sims got a technical foul. Did not see what she did other than what she might have said, which you cannot hear from here. But she picks up a technical. We'll see who Fort Gibson sends to the line for it. 1:20 to go in this game. Both teams set to get some subs in. The officials over at the scorer's table explaining the technical foul. And it'll be Laney Stanley to take the technical free throw, or technical free throws, excuse me. First one up and good. It gives her 15 points on the night. And give her 16, made the second as well. So now it's 60-34, 1:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Alexa Ragsdale checks in, as does Katie Smith, and to the bench goes Whiteley and Stanley, the two leading scorers, 20 and 16 points respectively in this game, and they get a nice round of applause from their Fort Gibson crowd that traveled with them. Ragsdale runs the point now, hands off to Benson. Benson dribbling around, hands off to Price on the left wing. Tries to throw it down, and the block gets stolen away. Sims passes it up, almost lost it, and Sims gets it back at the top of the key. She'll try a three, left it short. Long rebound. Horton has it. Under a minute to go. Now Wallenberg on the drive. Shot blocked out of bounds by Katie Smith. Stop the clock at 56 seconds even. Horton will trigger it in this time underneath her own basket. Kicks to Salas on the left wing. Now back to Horton in the left corner. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Hands back off to Salas. Swings right side to Wallenberg. On the dribble. Swings it back up to the logo. Horton with it. Behind the back dribble. Now spinning around. Showing off the dribble. Moves to the free throw line. Into the paint. Tries a floater. Blocked by Price. And rebound to Ragsdale. She'll clear it herself and bring it up the court. But first we're going to have a timeout to allow a sub to come in. Avery Abbott checks into the game, and the Fort Gibson crowd going crazy. They can smell it. They're just moments away from moving on past the state quarterfinal. So Abbott checks in, and Wofford to the bench. All the starters out of the game and got their round of applause from the Fort Gibson crowd. Now Ragsdale will run the point. Salas will guard her. 25 seconds to go in regulation. Rags down the left side, bounces it off to Price at the left elbow. Kicks to the right corner. Smith tries a three, too strong. Rebound. Gonna have a tie-up. It was Ragsdale and Horton there. And the possession arrow stays with Fort Gibson. 15.5 seconds on the clock. The 60-34 lead for Fort Gibson. Benson inbounds this one to Ragsdale. Hands off to Price. She'll try a three from the left wing. And off the front of the rim, and a rebound goes to Horton. She'll bring it up. 5 seconds left. Right corner, hands off to Wallenberg. She'll just dribble it out. Fort Gibson defeats Newcastle 60-34 in the state quarterfinal. They move on. And for Newcastle, an incredible season will unfortunately come to an end. 23-6 now, 23-7 on the season. Great season for Newcastle, but they will not move on past the state quarterfinal. Fort Gibson had a strong second half. Really, that third quarter is where they started to pull away. And Fort Gibson wins this one and moves on in the state tournament 60-35 over the Newcastle Lady Raiders. I apologize again for at the start getting started late here for this Newcastle game on the Oklahoma Sports Network, but glad to bring you the action here at the state tournament for this matchup. And again, Fort Gibson wins and moves on. We'll have more action for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network not too far from now. The next matchups between the Bethany Lady Broncos and the Douglas Trojanettes, and we'll have that for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network as well on a new stream. So you can find that wherever you watch OSN on YouTube or on any of the apps. We hope you joined us for that one, and I thank you for joining us here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Again, one more time. Fort Gibson moves on from the state quarterfinal with a win over Newcastle 60-34. I'm Zach Reynolds for